This is a Flappy Bird clone I made using OpenGL and Rust. If you want to know how I did it, continue in this video. So let's start it by creating a new cargo project. And let's run it and see if we get the hello world. And we have it. So let's create a window. For that I will use glfw. Let's just copy this example. And now we have a window. Now let's load the OpenGL into our program, and for that I will use the GL crate. This thing doesn't work, but let's do that. This thing returns some function pointer inside an option, so let's unwrap and convert it. It compiles. Yeah, it compiles. Let's run. And it works. So let's try to change the color of the screen. Let's run it, and we have a different color. Nice. I did some refactoring and implemented some debug callback. I implemented some buffers, and buffers are just memory used by the GPU. So we can't draw anything without sending some data to the GPU. I implemented shader compilation. Here I have a very simple vertex shader, here a fragment shader, and here in the main function I'm passing the vertices. I just have some position and color, and I am drawing some rectangle. If we run this, we get it. The next step was to implement some textures and show textures in our game. For that I came to OpenGL and got this texture here. And I also implemented the code to display it here. Change the shaders, and if we run it, we have our texture. For font rendering, I will use the multi-channel signed distance field generator, and it works by getting the median of the red, green, and blue. You get some sharp images, like this A here. This is based on this master thesis, and there is some wrapper here in Rust, this crate. I already implemented it. I used AI to help me implement it, and if we run it, we have fonts. To implement sounds, I used the rodeo crate, and it was very easy. I just implemented just this code and imported the sounds here. If we run it, we have all the sound effects. And these sounds I got from Pixabay, this cartoon jump, this game start, and this one, and this one from Freesound. To draw multiple sprites, I use a texture atlas, and I'm using this online tool called Free Online Texture Packer. I use the JSON hash format. Here I have some other sprites. These sprites were AI generated, and in the code I implemented something to parse, load these textures and properly render them. If we run it, we are just drawing the bird. Now we start the proper game development. I implemented the bird moving. Now the bird is stationary and the pipes move towards him, giving the movement illusion. Added some scenario that moves in a different speed than the pipes. Created some main menu, sounds and scene transition. And to finish everything, collision detection. Code and all links in the description.